Good evening. It is my pleasure and honor to introduce the Salutatorian for the class of 2017, Tabitha Santos. Tabitha is graduating with a GPA of 4.721 and will be attending the University of Florida, where she will major in health sciences and minor in psychology. Tabitha plans a career in the medical field as a physician's assistant. She is very fortunate to have the unconditional love and unwavering support of her grandparents, Daisy and Bienvenido Fernandez, and her mother, Dorca Fernandez, and her brother, Danielle Rivera. It is the love of her family and their constant assistance that have made her numerous achievements possible. Although Tabitha has a strong interest and strength in the sciences, she is remarkable in that she is equally strong in the humanities. Her most impressive characteristic, which she reveals in her writing, is her faith in our ability to learn from our mistakes and the importance of rejecting pessimism. She once wrote, "Cynicism is something that tastes sour in your mouth, distorting your palate, weighing down your heart. We must let go of burdens and move on, taking each mishap and molding the experience into a learning opportunity, which doesn't make us less of a good person, but perhaps more of a real person." Tabitha, from one musical theater fan to another, when my faith in my fellow man, oh, but falls apart, I take heart to see the cool, clear eyes of a seeker of wisdom and truth. Let me say before we part, so much of me is made of what I learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart, for good. You'll be swell, you'll be great. I can tell, just you wait. Whether you're the rose of sheer perfection or freckle on the nose of life's complexion, you are inimitable and original. As a poet and essayist, Tabby has compared herself to a blank slate. And it is true, my Tabitha Raza, that up until this moment, you and your peers have been the blank slates that your parents, teachers, and life have written upon. And now it is time for you to pick up the quill, the pen, or the keypad, and to paraphrase one of your favorite authors, Cheryl Strayed, write like Oedipus, pursue life, pursue truth courageously. I present to you the class of 2017 Salutatorian, Tabitha Denise Santos.
A great mentor once told me that when you're nervous, you should say, "I am nervous." Well, Miss Jarrett, I am nervous. Good evening, students, family, and friends. My name is Tabitha Santos. I see the faces of my peers and their families sitting in the crowd, and I cannot help but feel beyond blessed, yet weary of time, so not to bore many of you. I'll keep this speech short and sweet. I just want to begin by saying, for all of those who have felt like they were not good enough or smart enough, or who were constantly told that they would go nowhere in life, you made it. To anyone who has ever felt less than at any point in time, you made it. And I am so honored to be able to share the stage with you and walk into endless possibilities that wait us after tonight. And to that little girl scared out of her mind that she wouldn't amount to anything, congrats, you're salutatorian. I'm a lower class Puerto Rican girl who was taught that I have to work twice as hard as everyone else to get half the amount of life's rewards. But having a mother as selfless and hardworking as mine, Dorca Fernandez, has made the road less traveled on an easier journey. Mom, if you didn't believe in me, I'd never have gotten this far if you didn't think that I could do anything I ever wanted to, if I weren't certain that you'd come through somehow. The fact of the matter is, Mom, I wouldn't be standing here right now. No matter where we had to live, you were always the only home I needed. And thank you to my grandparents who have showed me the true meaning of unconditional love, completely organic, unfiltered love. Doy gracias a Dios todos los días por los dos. Muchas gracias es mi abuelo, si te quiero. And to my teachers, each and every one of you knew what I was capable of before I even knew myself. Miss Jarrett, the amount of confidence I have gained because of you is immeasurable. You are a woman of so many talents, and I am beyond grateful that I had a teacher as exceptional as you to show me there is meaning behind every word and everything has a story. I am so grateful to have known you. Also, thanks for the car. Mrs. Gilmore, you've always been one of my biggest fans. In times when life felt capable of swallowing me whole, you had just the right words to pull me up again. Words are sometimes all we have to go on. Thank you to Sandy Altamirano, James Pretorius, Melissa Fisher, and Jenny Medlock. Each one of you have been models to structure myself after. There is nothing more rewarding to me than receiving a paper plate award every year from Mr. Pretorius. Ask anyone and they'll tell you that bees have been a staple of fashion for my senior year, thanks to Mrs. Fisher. Perhaps the most personal relationships I have formed, however, have been with my fellow peers. I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn. We are led to those who help us most to grow, and if we let them, we can help them in return. I know that I am who I am today because I knew all of you. Where would I be without the constant encouragement from Margot Rogers? Or the sister I gained in Michelle Lee? I mean, how iconic is it that best friends are Salutatorian and Salutatorian? Hashtag your friend goals. Where would I be without Connor Perez to keep me grounded? Or Amanda Prem to just help me laugh a little more when math gets hard? The whole class of 2017 is so exceptional in both brains and beauty. Sadly, it well may be that we will never meet again after we walk off this stage. Let me say before we part, so much of me is what I learned from my years at Lake Wales High School, and you will all be with me. Whatever way our stories end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend. Because I knew all of you, I have been changed for good. My time at Lake Wales High School has been nothing short of a journey in which I have discovered who I am. Through the formations of relationships, some of my most, but surely not my last experiences with failure, and the sense of responsibility that I had to develop over the course of just 4 years, I have blossomed from a single seed into a fully developed perennial angiospermophyta. That one was for you, Mrs. Fisher. High school was not as easy as our favorite Disney Channel TV movie made it out to be, but look how far we've all come. Nothing can break us. No one can make us quit before we've begun. This is the moment when all we've done, all the dreaming, scheming, and screaming become one. Being a Highlander has prepared us for the long, fruitful lives ahead of us. The train is in the station, and we are all waving goodbye to everything we held on to and called home. I don't know what tomorrow's bringing, but I've got a singular impression things are moving too fast. Yet the speed is exhilarating. Just breathe. The winds of change are grabbing at our faces, enticing us to join them in the next chapter of our lives. Our song may be ending, but another is just beginning, and it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. The dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. The gifts of these 4 years were ours to borrow, and I won't forget what Lake Wales High School and all the people within it have imprinted into my limbic system forever. We have paved the way for those who will come after, and the spirits of each student will fill the halls as we leave a piece of our legacies forever on the ridge. I leave you in the best way I know how, with lyrics from The Sound of Music. Climb every mountain, ford every stream, follow every rainbow till you find your dream. A dream that will need all the love you can give every day of your life for as long as you live. Go Gators!